Welcome back, guys. Thanks for coming. And if you're a new subscriber, thanks so much for supporting the channel. It means a great deal and things are really going in the right way. I'm so proud and so happy. So thanks for your support, guys. And if you're new, don't forget to hit the subscribe button and you're going to get to see a lot more content. Now, I'd like to put a little bit of a twist on the usual reviews you can see on YouTube. What I'd like to help you with is give you a few little extra tidbits of information to help you get a bit more of a backstory behind even the most cheap of Chinese watches, or right up to Swiss brands, to give you an idea of what you're buying into, and hopefully something that's a little bit more interesting than the usual stats and specs of everything. So, which I will still, of course, give you with regards to the review. So in this review, I wanted to cover a watch which I was really interested in getting because there's been a lot of interest on it, and it's this Star King. It's the AM0184. Now, in this review, I'm going to cover what's coming up on this side here. Now, the cool thing about this watch is the price has dropped at the moment, as of today, 10th of June, and it's about £35 to £37, which, when you understand the spec of this watch, is, I don't know how they can do it for that price, but they do. And I must say, I'm incredibly impressed, and I think you will be too. So check out the rest of this video and you get to find out a little bit more about Star King as a brand. I'm going to do my best to read what they've written on their Facebook page to you, which is quite funny. Translation isn't always great from Chinese to English, but actually makes it more compelling and interesting to read. So I'm also going to include in this video, what is the principles of finding? Why are we so drawn to finding a watch? It's such incredible value. Some people would frown upon the whole concept of, why are you trying to find the cheapest watch with the greatest spec? It's the same reason why some people will go, well, what's the toughest watch you can buy? What's the most bling watch you can buy? What's the most accurate watch you can buy? There's so many amazing little subcultures within watch world that I personally love, and I love to explore and share with you guys. And this video is covering Cadison C1032. This watch cost me £41, and I put it on a strap which is £48 because I'm a nutter. It's crazy. And I've also bought, because I'm also totally insane, another one of these Star Kings. This is the, oh, I've left my note in the other room. It's the same as the other one, but it's got a Miyota movement, and it costs £50. But there is another colourway available, and it's also amazing. So check the rest of this video out, and I'm going to give you some more information. Roll intro. Now, before we get to a close-up view of the watch in question, I thought I'd quickly show you on Aliexpress where I bought mine. It's through the Star King official store. This is my exact watch. And annoyingly, it's gone down even more. It's £35 to £37. And here's the other options you can get with. You can get a black dial, leather, or you can get it on a stainless bracelet. I went for the stainless. Price is no different for that. And transitioning now smoothly over there, we've got the Miyota movement one, which is £50, extortionate amount of money. But no, it's very, very good. And you can see they've also included a new colorway in there for this option. This is deemed the updated model. And you can see it's got a rose gold sort of champagne dial effect. Very, very nice. So you sport for choice. Now, before I get you involved in seeing the watch in question, I wanted to read you this from their Facebook page. And it is brilliant. This is the translation, and this is how it goes. The Star King Watch Company profile says, Shenzhen Star King Watch Co. Limited have established in the year of 1992. She is mainly engaged in R&D and distribution watches. Is the executive vice president of Shenzhen and Guangdong Horologe Association, China Horology Association. The company insists that the spirit of credit is the basis and improving the customer satisfaction, making it better and chasing excellent quality. It has the greater reputation in timepiece history, and products sell in most major cities and all over the world. Looking back, Star King, for 25 years, things change. There are too many halos and too much applause haunting my heart. Through the years filled with highs and lows, the Star King has been hardworking and aggressive. Nowadays, the person of Star King has high spirits and full of energy. We will have a new look and a new belief and make Star King become a shining star in timepiece industry. So we need to flip this camera around and get some more high definition, high resolution close-ups of this beauty and see, can they do quality control on a watch, which I personally paid just over £40 for. I just don't know how they do it. Let's take a closer look. So here it is in all its gorgeous glistening glory. And I'm going to give you a bit of a close-up first, just before we get started, just so you can get an initial impression of the fit and finish of this watch. Now, I've been wearing this for 3 or 4 days now, and I've had it in the bright sun. I've been really looking at it in close detail, and I'm really struggling to find any noticeably bad imperfections that you would normally expect to get on a watch at this price. People are going to straight away spot things like that date doesn't fit absolutely perfectly in the window there, but we're talking millimeters here, not even a millimeter. So it's just kissing the top edge of that frame. I'm okay with that. But all the indices, the applied indices all the way around, they are beautifully finished, catch the light, no tarnishing or imperfections on any of them, which you can get on cheap watches. You see little imperfections on them, but these are all spotless, and they're all perfectly in line with all the points on the minute track. So that's great. The printing is really crisp of the logo and the automatic text there. Dauphine hands are beautiful, crisp, lovely finishing, catch the light really well, and they're a decent length. Could be a touch longer, but they catch the light really well. Sapphire crystal, that's a positive. All the polishing is done so well, and the contrasting between polishing and brushing is really, really good. The end links are really solid to feel. There's no wobble, they fit perfectly. And they contour perfectly with the lugs as well. And then the bracelet itself is very comfortable. I've worn this, there's not a single bit of hair pinching or nipping. You do get push pins, which is acceptable at this price point, definitely. I know people like screw pins, but that's a bit of a luxury. I know some cheap watches have them, but this doesn't, so it's totally fine. Now, exhibition case back, which is also nice. And I like the fact that even at this ridiculously low price point, you can get a decorated movement. There's pelage on the rotor, which is pretty. It's that swirly effect of machining on the rotor. They've got a etched, or I don't know how they do that effect, but on the glass, it's got I think it's a bisected lotus fruit or something. Please help me here with that one. I can't work out what that is, which is their logo for Starking, on the actual glass that lines up perfectly with the blued screw in the middle. I just think that's a nice little detail. Didn't have to do that, but they did. And you get the same on the signed crown, that lovely logo. It's really pretty. Decent size, it's a 40mm case. It's thin, 11mm thick. And lug to lug is relatively short, 47. Lug width is a strap friendly 20mm. So you can swap this strap out for leather if you wish. So it's quite easy to customize your watch. And then the thing that's really unusual for this price point, I mean, almost totally insane, is this movement is a high beat movement. A little vibrating oscillator in there. You can see that balance wheel buzzing away in there. 4 Hertz frequency. Now, I'm just going to pause this a sec so I can get the microphone, see if I can pick up the sound of that movement so you can get an idea of that lovely tick. You get a lot faster tick. It's about 8 ticks per second. And what that effectively means is you can see the seconds hand is moving nice and smooth. It's a lovely smooth sweep. And that's just a classy thing to have on a watch at any price. People like to appreciate these sort of things on a watch. It's a smooth sweeping seconds hand. That's a lot of S's in one sentence. But it's really nice. Now, people are going to say, oh, it's not going to last very long, that movement. It's going to be dead in a year. Might be. But I don't know. Why not take a risk? Give it a go. It's only 35 to 40 quid, this watch. You can enjoy what has been reportedly a very accurate and reliable timepiece so far for quite some time. And when it dies, you could just buy another one. That's the weird thing about this. It's unfortunately a throwaway society, and even a watch that's been so well machined, it's not worth having it serviced, because that is a downside to a higher beat movement. It's more likely to need a service because it's buzzing away at a higher frequency. It's a little bit more wear on the moving components. But you know, I wouldn't worry about that. It's a little bit of a high beat movement speciality for so little money. Now, the other thing to consider is, yes, it's got hand winding. The thing I noticed about this is that the crown is quite small and fiddly. I'll give you a comparison to the Cadison, which is its arch nemesis. It's got perfect crown. It's so easy to just grab and quickly hand wind to give it a boost. But that's a whole other subject matter. I'm drawing comparisons to the Cadison because they're both so similar in price. And the other thing about this movement is it's pretty accurate. I mean, I've been timing it on my app, which keeps a good daily check on how much it's deviated. And it's running +2 a day. And for reference, that's within COSC standards. So I don't know how long it'll keep that kind of timekeeping for, but that is really good, especially for a watch this cheap. So that's a real positive. And then getting a closer look, excuse any, I should have polished this before I put it on screen, but I was too excited to bother with that. I just wanted to get this video done. Sapphire crystals, lovely, perfectly flat. Everything fits so perfectly. I can't find any flaws in it that are really worth talking about, other than I really hope someone finds something in the video, because I could be a little bit starstruck, pardon the pun, with the Star King, this watch, because I'm thinking, this price, you're getting something that's got so much spec. I might be blinded to any other imperfections, which is actually quite good, because I don't really mind that date doesn't fit perfectly in there, because I'm like, I couldn't make this watch for that price. I don't know how anyone does. So it's got to be something wrong with it. I mean, if this exploded in a year, which I hope it doesn't, God, that'd be terrible. But if it did, I'd be like, well, it doesn't matter because it only cost me 40 quid. You know, it's totally fine. So, in summary, before I waffle far too long about this watch, it's as good as people say it is. And when you're on the hunt, if you will, for the holy grail of super high value watch, something that's got all these amazing features for almost a giveaway price, this and this Cadison C1032 are the daddies. They are the granddaddies of value. And I'm here to share these secrets with you. And if you go onto Aliexpress, these are still available now as of 10th of June 2020 for disgustingly cheap prices. So these are the halo watches for value, quality, sapphire glass for both of them, Malaysian made Seiko movement, supposedly in-house high beat movement for the Star King. They both are solid 316L stainless steel. They're both pretty. They're not gaudy or garish. They've got lovely finishing, high polish, exhibition case backs, sapphire glass, day and date or date complications. As a dress watch or just a casual watch, or a watch you could even use as a fancy beater, if you're a posh gardener, you could spoil yourself with one of each. That's the thing about these watches, is you can wear it feeling smug, and I love being smug sometimes. I know it's not good to be smug, but I'd call these smug watches. You can be smug. You're like, oh yeah, how much did you pay for your Hugo Boss watch? Oh, £300. Oh, very nice, yes. But it's got mineral glass and a strap made out of buffalo leather, which looks like it's been rolled through a puddle. This has got calfskin leather, which I put on it, and it's got a Seiko movement and lots of other goodies, and it total cost was about 80 quid. So it's a watch to sort of go, yeah, look what I got for so little. And there's a lot of people like that. As part of watch culture is, look what I can get for so little. And these are those watches, the smug brothers. And you want to be smug as well, you can get something with a Japanese movement as well from Star King. This one, And I'll show you a clip of this one as well you can get with a rose gold colorway option, which you can't get on the entry level one here. This one, you see the date windows down here, just to totally confuse you and mess with your head. The manual winding on this is a lot nicer, smoother. That one's just feels a bit stiff to wind it, but this one's smoother, and I'll show you the movement. We've gone full gold member on this one, because I love gold. It's not obviously real gold, but it's a nice finish, but it clashes a bit with the logo bit there. But this is actually a little bit less accurate than the ultra high precision, high beat in-house movement for £37 entry level model. The Miyota movement, if you really want to get one with a Japanese movement, spend another £10 to £15 more and get this one. Choices, eh? So the principles of high value watches. You could buy all three of these for 50, 90, say 120, 130 pounds. You could buy a fashion brand dress watch, which in my opinion, objectively, is nowhere near as good as any of these for the price of all these three. So bear that in mind. That is amazing value, and that's what we're looking for. So here's the value daddies. So I hope you've enjoyed this quick little video I've done about Star King and Cadison and what they represent in the watch community. And I hope you've enjoyed, and if you have, here's my finger again, subscribe, and you'll see a lot more goofy content from me, Dan Dodson. Bye for now.